let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. We'll call for the fair catch here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? We start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
So on the opening drive, it's now 3rd and 4. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he goes down, but the important thing, it's enough to move the sticks and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So, 2nd down after the incompletion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Trying to extend the play. Using his legs here. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Offense moving to a bunch formation. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. It's off the loss. It's second and goal from the 8. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all settling into this football game. They got straight to the reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. You guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. And that pass falls incomplete.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
The second down incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. And the Red Wolves will have 1st and 10 here. And he drops back in the gun. Here's the throw deep downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
What an incredible job here by this safety. Sitting back in cover 2, almost baits the quarterback to throw this football, jumps it, and comes up with a great interception.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Finding some room at the 25. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. There's the handoff. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. 2nd down and goal upcoming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. He breaks free. Trying to get the throw off. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
On 3rd and go, he's going to try to throw for it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Arkansas State offense back on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The Red Wolves will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Extending the play now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He's on the run, launches deep. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Fires it on the move. Tips and then drops. A chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the Red Wolves are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's running out of time here. Escapes the pocket. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Ball handed off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs in this drive, but this will be tough. It's 3rd and long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. The Red Wolves bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. On the run, he'll let it go. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for three. And that is no good. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a two-possession game.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
He hands it off from the gun. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. And the Red Wolves looking to use the up-tempo offense here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
The Red Wolves are looking to keep this drive going.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Defense getting set up. Here's second down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Verrier. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
High completion sets up an important third down play. They'll try to run for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete, in and out of the hands of the running back. That's going to bring up third down. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he's looking to make a big play downfield.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And the Red Wolves will bring their punt team on the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. The Ark State offense goes back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. First down, looking to throw the football. Snags a quick throw. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Oh, the pass is picked off. At midfield. At the 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas State. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose. PAT is good. They still trail, though.
Kickoff team, let's see if they give their returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the out route. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. He's got a receiver wide open here. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Ark State.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Red Wolves offense back out there. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now two-possession lead. And he finds the running back in the flat. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. The Red Wolves will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Down he goes. A sack. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Cut quickly. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And the Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Gets rid of it on the move. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
The punt team making their way on the field. He's got some space here. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Play before they head to the locker room. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Arkansas State offense back on the field now. First play of the 2nd half is a handoff. Finds room at the 30. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this 2nd half started.
On 1st down, it's play action. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. It's a shotgun run call. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Dump off, caught by the running back. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than back and hope that he could get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
Chris, I like the call here, going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First down and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
On first and 10, looking to throw, and he lofts it toward the left sideline. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown. Appalachian State. Well, the defense has had no answer for this pitch-and-catch combination. They are closing in on the conference championship.
You know, the receiver's coming up with a lot of these touchdowns, but I really want to focus in on this quarterback because he's making such good decisions with the football. He's finding his guy. They're moving him around, finding different ways to get him the ball, and I just love to see the quarterback. Anytime you're making good decisions and you're making accurate throws, you got a chance for a big game.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Red Wolves offense back out there. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but